What I recently came upon was a book. Every Sunday in church, I'd hear people say, Jesus is God. I can see where they're getting that from. Like the Gospel of John and Pauline theology. I don't really have an argument with that per se, but I mean, if you just hear that week after week, it kind of, it's kind of like mind control or something. So I had to get away from that, and I stopped going to church for a while, and it kind of made me depressed. Didn't have a sense of happiness at all about this. It's like, why do I have to be controlled by this earthly body that wants me to think and be like them or something, whatever. And I thought I was making progress on finding out about the historical Jesus through books like The Nazarene Gospel by Robert Graves. It was making a lot of sense to me, more sense than what they were sharing with me in Sunday school at church. So everything was hunky-dory there for a while, and then all of a sudden I ran into this book. I've kind of searched for it. I can't remember the title of the book, but anyways, the author said something to the effect of, Jesus is more than God. And I went, whoa, that's what I wanted to hear from somebody. Why does Jesus have to be God? Jesus is God. Everything that Jesus is, God is. Everything that God is, the Holy Spirit is. Everything that the Holy Spirit, Jesus is, and it goes around and around in a circle. But when you come to this awareness that Jesus is more than God, he's got a body. He's human. He's not just spirit. That's the part of the equation that most people leave out. They just want to see, the transcendent or whatever. They want to focus on the miracles as coming from God. They don't want to see Jesus as having to stop and take rest or a meal along the way. They're not too interested in that part of it, But once you say that Jesus is more than God, then you have to follow that up with another piece of understanding, which Jesus is more than human. That's another part that makes us uncomfortable. Jesus could walk on water. He could do all these things. There's something supernatural there. So in conclusion, who do you know that is more than God and more than human? It doesn't seem like a real person, does it? Seems like maybe we're talking about, literature, fairy tales, folk legends. How is this different from Zeus or, the key understanding here is Jesus as a symbol of what? God's love. There's imagination that gives power to change. Life circumstances don't always allow us to accomplish things, but through our imagination we can go places where we could not go literally in the real world. And so that has a great effect on living, to be able to do that. So I just wanted to share those things a little bit more than just the riddle of the New Testament, because the other Gospels now, Luke And Matthew did sort of focus a little bit more on the historical Jesus and try to bring that into a clearer vision. So that's the whole thing right there.